Oh my, hello everyone. Well, Thomas, I know you're in the chat. The little countdown didn't work. I did it wrong. And, oh, I get to show on here. Do we all get popcorn while we watch? I don't provide the popcorn, but you can definitely get your own. Just don't tease me with popcorn. I now want popcorn. That's what's happening. Thank you so much for everyone coming or just arriving. I'm just here mainly to chat and also to test and maybe get used to everything involving live streams because I have been on other people's live streams. I have not done my own live streams, mainly because for a very long time, my internet connection was horrible and I would just drop. And that's not helpful. I'm pretty sure that if I dropped or like whoever created the live stream, the stream would end. So a little awkward. So I never did it until now because I know that the internet is pretty good. I didn't get excellent from the Xfinity guy, but I got pretty good. So we're moving forward here. Oh, hello, Nim, Rod, hello. So many people. Don't forget to go get the popcorn. Thomas is providing popcorn for everyone. Hi, Bad. Thank you for the shout out. Yes, it's Bad. Bad is back. Back in black. I have that song stuck in my head now. I was also just talking to Thomas about, was it Ronnie James Dio? That's not related to AC/DC, but it's like classic rock or whatever. So that's my connection there. Yes, he has plenty of popcorn. Get it served to everyone. Oh yeah, popcorn. Hi, Bad. And oh yeah, for Nim and Bad, I'm gonna type in my email because I know we were talking on business. Yeah, okay. 1 second, I can't type and talk. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. I was talking to Bad in her comments about doing a live stream about specifically Chandler Morrison. So if you or Nim or anyone in general wants to get in touch with me, because I don't have Twitter or anything like that, this is my business email and I check it all the time. So just email me, or you can talk to my assistant Thomas at The Right Mindset. And no, he's not my assistant. No, don't reach out to Thomas. That would be awkward. But he would probably do his best to get in touch with me. But yeah, if you want to talk about live streams or business proposals, I don't know. Just you want to chat, Nicole Peer at business. Or Nicole, what did I say? Nicole Peer Business at gmail.com. I was jumping. Hi, Nim. That was not a movie that really happened. Oh, yes. Movie. I watched that with this movie. No, wait, did I? 1000 Corpses movie. I watched that. What? Oh, no, it was last year with my husband. It's good. I like Rob Zombie. I do like him. Yes, I would like an assistant as well. I like assistants, and Thomas does assist with the popcorn. Yes, and I do throw it at him at times. Not every single time. I am not that mean. Please. I did threaten some people to arrive for my first live stream, or else I would throw stale bread at them. But I say that often because that's not hurtful. It might hurt inside, but physically, it's not hurtful. Unless maybe there's like a lot of mold on the bread, and then it hits you like right in the eyes and the face, and then the mold gets into some orifice, and then could you get sick from that? Thomas, look that up. I don't know, but look it up. This is a writer's mind, also on ADD, but not medicated. I bet is a great assistant. You should check out Bad is Rad. Her graphics are amazing. I don't know how that works, but I love to see it. And also check out Nim. And hi, Vladimir. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello. And hello, Buttercup. My buttercups are here. He's going to say, yes, that mold situation might be deadly. We'll look into that. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I did need y'all to be here. So I had to say something with the threat of stale bread in your face. Thank you, Emma. Yeah, booped a button. The button's booped. I don't know. I was distracted. I distracted my own self. This is what it's like in my brain. Oh yeah, I don't know how long we'll be here. Maybe if it hits 0, then I'm like, okay, bye. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And I also am thinking about how long can I go with, the lack of bathroom breaks. That happened with Thomas's stream. But we did go pretty deep. So, and that means I have to drink water or else I'm going to sound like a frog and maybe a little bit of a horse. And no one wants that. So, yes. And I did dress up my nails. We're back to black. For the holiday season, it was green and red. And then a few days ago it was pink. I don't know, that was very random, but I'm dressed up, back in black, like I said before. It's my favorite song. It's okay. Are there dress codes? Oh no, I don't. Well, there might be dress codes if you come on here. I don't want to shake it like it's hot. I do appreciate goth though. You get some skater vibes. Yes. Yeah, I know, Emma. Tell them. I'm so close. I don't know what happened, but actually, you know what? It could have been the GOODREADS overview. I always, for some reason, just jump in subs when I do the GOODREADS overview. And that only happens once a year. So it's fine. It's fine. I do wrap ups and TBR videos now, and I know a lot of people like that. So we are just doing stuff. That's what we're doing. We're doing stuff on here. Yes, that is a lot. I think, no, we've done 2 interviews on the right mindset. That might be 3 and a half combined, not 1. Geez, that would be a lot. I think it's like 3 and a half. So we're almost at 5. Hello, my gosh, I'm live. Thank you. Yes, that was a great interview. Y'all should check that out. And also Thomas, he was great. Like I said, I was texting him. I was like, what's going on with StreamYard? I don't know. And I didn't even do the intro correctly. I don't think there was a countdown. But then I then also took a step back and I told him, I was like, I don't think people care necessarily if there's a countdown for 30 seconds or not. And if so, I'm sorry, but then I need to watch more tutorials. It's the first thing ever that I've done live. Second? No. Max 3 times. First time on my channel. Oh, yeah, okay, I have to figure this out, with, y'all. Like I said, email. Probably well, I don't know everyone's time zones. I'm on, Pacific time. Yeah. So if we're in different, like, way different time zones, it might be, like, it has to be a weekend. Um, but if it's regular like, kind of in the same time zone, then I can do after 5. Because I work a full-time job, 9 to or no, it's not 9, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Oh, you did the boot camp tag? I should go watch that. Oh, everyone go find Bad on GOODREADS. I sent you a request, and I think you added it. There was no countdown. Gotta get together. It's fine. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ghosties. Are you doing another cemetery video? Or is it like a, we could do a haunted house. For my 30th birthday, supposedly stayed in a haunted bed and breakfast for 3 nights, 4 days. Did I do that right? Whatever. It was 3 nights. And no, you know what's haunted about that? The thin walls of that bed and breakfast, which was built in the early 1800s. Like, there are no ghosties. It's just your next door neighbor in the other room. That's what's happening there. But it was very pretty. It was very relaxing. But thin walls, that's your ghost. Oh, thank you so much. I do like to chat. My husband would say, "Why are you talking so much?" I'm like, "Because I love you." Duh. Duh. Also, I might have spikes of random ADD moments where I'm like really high up here, but then the energy has peaked and then I'm going to take a nap. I might take a nap after this, I'm not going to lie. Or maybe go for a healthy walk around the block. We'll see. Oh, mountain time. What is that? Is that 2 hours or 1.5? I don't even know. Mountain time freaks me out. Lots of things freak me out, but we're getting through them because as many peer reviews and studies on anxiety disorders will say over and over again, to get over an anxious situation, person, area, whatever, what have you, is to not avoid. It means to go forward. I say that all the time for the people that I work with for PTSD and OCD and generalized anxiety disorders. You got to do the thing or be around the thing if it's safe and legal. Okay, that's the clarifying moment here, to get over the either phobia or just the anxious feelings. I'm doing that currently with driving, y'all. I don't like my husband's car. And yeah, I told him, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing exposure therapy on my own because my therapist is only doing webcam because he's semi-retired, right? And also, I'm just not near him to drive and then have him in the car and do the exposure, right? Okay. And so I've done exposure therapy for other past phobias. And I also did exposure therapy for trauma therapy with him. And then also with ERP, which is exposure response therapy, and that's for OCD. Look, I have a lot of exposure under my belt. However, I just hate driving. I don't like it. The car. It's like a bullet. Y'all know, like those cars that are just, you feel compacted. I don't like that. I'm like, I need to get a used car. Yes, because I'm still hesitant on like doing stuff with his car. Okay, it's fine. But like, you know, those, the roof is like square. I like those. I'm like, I'm in a box. Don't tell me anything about, does that make sense, Nicole? I just want to be in a box, not a, I call it a spoon, you know, like those, the, the roof of the car is so hooded, spoon-like, that even me at 5'3", I'm close to the roof. I don't like that. I don't like it. But as I was telling, I can't see who is on. I can just see that there's a few people on. I know for sure. I told Patrick and I told Thomas about my little situation with the car. I did a great job on Wednesday. I'm gonna go with Wednesday. Bad with time. Drove to Target, got a Starbucks, did some shopping, came back, and it was the car, not really the car, what I found out, it was the tire that was making weird noises. Scary even. When I turned right and I was like, shit. I know this isn't normal. I've only been doing this, you know, exposure driving for about 2 months. But that's not good. So I slowed down even more. I was driving in a neighborhood. You're not going that fast. And I got home and there was a bulge in the tire. I'm like, oh, really? So I drove back on a flat tire. And then I tell my husband, I show him a picture. He's like, okay, so I made you an appointment. That is technically a flat tire. However, he got fancy tires that you can drive on a flat for like 50 miles or something. Don't give me I don't know the details. I was like, I don't care about the details, babe. Like, can I get it to that area a few miles away? He's like, yes. But that means a highway. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So I go next door and I talk to the very retired neighbor. I said, I need help. I have no problem saying I need help because I am not at highway exposure yet. I am not. It's probably not going to happen until I get a car, SUV, truck, whatever, with a box. I'm in a box. And she was very nice. So that took like 12 hours. And then it's at the end of the day, they did a lot of stuff. There's some other stuff that need to be done. And then the receptionist manager, I don't know who that was, but she was very nice. Shout out to her. And she said, so what like happened? And I said, well, there are some weird medians, I'm assuming, to make things not smoother. It's not smoother. To make people slow down in the neighborhoods. I get it. Thank you very much. And then I saw 2 squirrels run across the road. And this is, at that point, 1 month in. And I said to myself, I am too early in my driving career to kill squirrels. I can't do it. So I went, boop, and I scratched the tire, the right top tire. And then that was, I got home and I told my husband, he's like, I mean, just keep an eye on it. I don't know at this point. Yeah, so then 2 weeks later, great. Yeah, that's what happened. But then the receptionist manager said, you know what? I don't think that would indicate the wheel being bent. I'm like, I'm sorry? What? The wheel is bent? How much is that gonna be? I don't have that. And I don't have that money. And then I call my husband. He was like, here, phone here. I don't know what you're saying. And then, he calls me back and he's like, that was probably where, that one accident where I hit a huge pothole, and it's not your fault. Keep saving the squirrels. Yes. So that's my thing for this week. It's a little much. Yes, Tom, you can escort yourself out. Thank you. No. Yes, thank you, Nim, and thank you, Bad. Yeah. I am just gonna take the rest of the week. It's Saturday. The rest of the week off, and then I do have to go back to Tarjay. Probably on Monday or Tuesday. I have a prescription, and that is a necessity, obviously. So I can't beat around the bush for that. Oh, another cemetery video. I like those, but not in a weird way. You get what I'm saying? Because there are some people that just want to hear romanticizing and glorifying of serial killers and all that stuff. But I like the history of things. My husband and I, when we go to different places, we usually, if they do have one, a ghost tour, we do the ghost tour. We don't believe in ghosts, but that is usually a quick and pretty easy and pretty cheap way to do the history of the area. And I don't mind ghost tours. I know there are some people that don't want to put money into them because whatever, but if it makes people enjoy their time, I don't really, whatever. It's not my business, right? Yes, the curiosity of how people lived. That is what I'm really fascinated about, and I think that's why I am really intrigued with history and writing historical fiction whenever I get back to that. I did say in my in my goal video that I am going to do a historical fantasy novel, and no idea when that will be published. I want / need to finish Midnight Murders, the third book in the urban fantasy mystery series, because it's on pre-order and it's on for November 4th, 2024. And you can extend it for an extra 30 days. But if you try and cancel it, Amazon gets very angry at you as a writer. And they take away your pre-ordering privileges for a year unless you have a doctor's note or whatever. Though actually, I don't know if they can technically do that. Though I've heard some writers say that some Amazon agent, let's go with that, have required that, and then others are like, oh, I broke my leg, and then they're like, oh, I'll cancel your pre-order, it's totally fine, and they don't ask for any documentation or whatever like that. That is a HIPAA, that's a HIPAA violation, wouldn't that be, if you ask for documentation if you broke your leg and therefore you can't fulfill the pre-order? I don't know. I am not a lawyer, but that sounds sketch, but it is a thing. And so I'm trying to get not murderous fairies. I'm trying to get Midnight Murders just figured out. Let's go with that. But currently, this is so nice. It came late last night. I have the proof copy of the second book, Murderous Fairies. Oh yeah. I'm good. It's great. It's so pretty. Oh, I almost missed my little, what is that called? Armchair. Thank you. My mind today. And let me just catch up. Yes, that is true. I love Bailey Syrian, but Bailey, I just saw one of her shorts. She's in and out of the hospital. I was wondering where her murder mystery makeup was, but that would explain it. Ghosts are popular around here. Loveland Castle and Bobby McKay gets lots of fans. I don't know if I said that right. Oh, is there a ghost tour around me? I don't think so because the area is relatively new. Yes, she agrees. Yeah. That clown thing, I don't think so. Fun fact. That's not a fun fact. Fun story. It was when, oh, I don't even know my age, but definitely elementary school. And my dad used to take me to Six Flags because we both loved roller coasters. Still love that. And it was during Halloween. And there was this, maybe it was a teenager, maybe it was like an early 20s guy, like you're not thinking very clearly. And for a good 20 minutes, because we were taking a break, because we hit like almost all the roller coasters, and like you gotta take a break sometimes. And whoo, yeah, this one guy in a mask with a chainsaw, it was like a clown mask with the chainsaw, was sneaking up on little kids that I'm talking like 4 to 7 years old. And he would sneak up and then he would turn on the chainsaw and then scream in their ear. And I'm sorry, what? That's so weird. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And so then he took a break and I tell my dad, like, I'm going to scare him because I don't like him. And he's like, okay, I'll watch your back. Because, yes, enabling. Okay, it's fine. And so I sneak up. He's sitting near a bush. I get into a bush and I don't have the chainsaw, but then I scream into his ear and he goes, what the oh, it's a kid. I'm like, yeah, how's it feel? And then I just walked away and my dad's laughing his ass off. And then we go and do some other roller coasters. And did y'all remember, was this in 2016, where there were killer clowns, like with, some of them were fake daggers and knives and machetes, but some of them were not, that they would just show up in people's yards or on the side of the road. Oh no, I'm going to have a problem with you. You show up in a full clown suit in my yard, I'm calling my husband. It's not going to go well for you. And that stopped. That I remember it stopped because these clowns were going on people's property in, what was it, like Alabama or something. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna get hurt. Yeah. You don't do that, especially with weapons. That was a weird time. I did not understand that whatsoever. But I don't like clowns. I will drop kick a clown. Yeah, I'm aggressive with clowns. I don't like it. Oh yes, this is sexy. Thank you. Yes, it is. Beautiful cover. Oh no, Jinx fan. Yes. Hello, Buttercup. Hi, Andy, for stopping by. Now I have the killer clowns from outer space theme stuck in my head. You're welcome, Nim. You're welcome. And yes, see you later. I'll bother you on Snapchat. It'll be fine. And also, Ron, thank you. Gotta go back to work. I know. I did Saturdays because my retail job, I switched to working Saturdays to Sundays, but then I told them I'm only doing two Sundays out of the month now. I'm not going to break my back, like, because I was doing 6, sometimes 7 days in a row, which actually means 13 days in a row of work. No, thank you. Yes, I was watching that with my husband a while ago for the Halloween movie theme, and that did not work out for me. I just got a little angry. He's like, I don't want to hear this. Turn it off. That was just annoying. There is only one movie that I have not been able to finish, and that was the Exorcist movie from the 70s. Yeah, I got 55 minutes in. I'm like, husband, turn it off. I'm not about to need therapy for this. And it wasn't the demon possession or anything like that. It was at 55 minutes in where she was being tested for all of these psychological, neurological, physical, just all the things. I'm like, can't do it. My testing when I was younger, that was what set it off. I don't believe in demons or anything like that. I know some people can't watch The Exorcist or read The Exorcist because of that. Mine's unique. Mine, it's a little okay, Nicole. No, but that's how that works for me. Like, you are okay. I'm getting there. I am there, but sometimes I'm like, we're gonna stop. That's the only movie, and then the 2 books that I could not finish were Tampa and Lolita. You see the vibe? I think we all catch it. Slumber Party. We're gonna get it. That part of The Exorcist gets me too. Okay, see, I'm not alone. Thank you. Because the testings, I think no, I can't even say. I don't know if the psychological, neurological testings, whatever, are better or easier. I don't think you can technically make it, but they needed to be done. So it's like, it's just a weird situation. Yeah, don't need to do that. I'm a size small or medium depending on the, I don't know, maybe the fabric texture. What texture? The something. So whatever it is, clothing, cloth. I think it's funny, like, I go into American Eagle now, and my pants, their jeans, like, I'm a size 8. But then if I go to, like, for example, Maurice's, I'm a 4. So, ladies, don't really look at the number because it does not work most of the time. Yes, you could go. Good luck with those. Good luck. Yeah, I think you'll be bad. I think you'll be fine, but I could not. I learned that I cannot read a first person point of view through the eyes of a predator, though you could argue, you could argue for many extreme horror that is exactly what it is. But there's a certain limit I've realized, and how you write it and how you portray certain things. And for example, I read Dead Inside, and was it uncomfortable? Yes. No shit. But it was satire, which I think helps a lot, which is a good amount of splatterpunk, at least similar authors or books from or connected to Chandler Morrison. So I can do that. I've read all of Chandler Morrison's books. Were they uncomfortable? Of course. Yeah. But that didn't stop me from rating them all 4 stars. And yes, we will. We will conquer the world. Now, I read My Dark Vanessa, and that was a 5-star read. And that was hard. But you are reading it through the eyes of a victim that at first does not, not even at first, the person does not understand that she was a victim of assault. And I'm like, girl, you're almost there. Oh my God, come on, you're almost, like, at a certain point, I'm just like, oof, you need to talk to someone. Because you're really close, but you're not at that plateau of realizing that he did not love you, he groomed you, and he assaulted you. And I hated Vanessa's parents. Like, what is wrong with you? I want to slap them silly. But I am glad that that book ended the way it did. Because though it was still sad, it's literary fiction. Like, I wasn't expecting a happily ever after. Of course not. But when she gets to the point with her therapist and she adopts a dog, I'm like, oh, that the healing began. Good for you, Vanessa. It took quite some time, but we got there. I read it when it came out. I think that was still when I was on, what was that? Book Twitter and X Twitter. I don't even care. I'm not on it anymore since 2020. But they were just calling for that book to be not even published. They wanted to pull it before it was published because blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, you're making me twitch. Thank you. Please just, okay. Can't do that anymore with Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm really focusing on YouTube, GOODREADS, and Facebook. Facebook isn't really hard to work on, right? But with YouTube, you gotta put in some stuff. Gotta do a lot of the things. But I had a recent poll, and also just talking to people. A lot of people found me on YouTube. So I'm like, well, hello, marketing. But for quite some time, I was saying I was doing the 80-20 marketing rule where you sell only 20% of the time. But I think I was only doing sometimes 5% or 10%. Because I've had quite a few people say, oh, you're a writer. And they've been watching me for like 6 months to a year. I'm like, son of a bitch. Okay, I need to work on this. Yeah. Well, hi. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing here. Hi, Emily. And the goal for that is to read all John Athan's books. I think I say his last name right. I don't know. Athan. Athan? Not Athens. It's Athan. Okay. I'm just saying. Hi, 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 hi. Yes. Vlogs, book reviews, friends. Yeah. I added live streams. And then, well, like last year, I don't know when I started the wrap-ups and the TBRs, but those get quite a bunch of reviews. Not reviews, views. I'm thinking about books, reviews. And So then I was like, live stream. Okay, let's go. I can chat about a lot of stuff. It's like not a huge deal. I just, like I said in the way beginning, my internet wasn't gonna happen with that internet situation. I think you can get to that. You just have to buy all of them and then just go through it. I did that with Diana Gabaldon's Outlander series, not the Lord John, Lord Grey. I'm not a huge fan of Lord John Grey and the Outlander series, therefore I wasn't going to read his thick books. So, but I did read all of the Outlander series, and oh my goodness, each book gets bigger and bigger. I think like the last one was 900 pages. So I'm saying bad. If I can get through all those Outlander stuff, you can get through John. John doesn't have like really thick books. Oh, wink, wink. Hey, hey. Oh yes. Well, you gotta get all the books for Chandler, and thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, I'm just I don't want to do shorts, but I just need to do. I don't like. Where did my armrest go? I was trying to do something. I don't even know. Yeah, the 20% rule. I don't think that is bad. That's not annoying. If it was like, I think, well, the whole 80-20% marking rule is a rule for a reason. It's been tried and tested and all that stuff anyway. So I'm just gonna go with that. I started with pinning my given name and urban fantasy pen name to somewhat all of my recent videos, and like that's it. That's easy stuff. That's not intrusive. So I'm taking baby steps. I know I'm mainly a booktuber, but I also write, obviously. It's my third job. I have 3 jobs. And yeah, we're just trying to incorporate more, shout outs of my books. Like I did with the proof copy. Not for sale yet. I am going through it, and I already know that I need to switch around the oh my god. I have to switch around the copyright page and the title. This should be copyright, and this should be a title page, and then we go on to chapter 1. And then I just read through the print copy, because that's how you find formatting issues. And also, I just like to find silly typos that there's always some. I'm just like, and then what's going to happen is there's still going to be some in the book when it's published, because here's the publishing reality with indie, but also with trad. When you fix a typo, you are then risking creating another typo from when you fix that typo. Isn't it the circle of life? It's that. Here we go. Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, that's the second book. This is the second book. Obsidian Murders is the first one. It's over yonder. You know what? I should go back. Okay, I don't know what happened here. I should just go back and just pick one of my books and then set it next to something or other when I'm filming. I was doing that. I don't remember why I did not continue doing that. That's an easy thing. It's a placement. I'm not mentioning it and going on for 5 minutes about it, but it is there. Ooh, look. Okay. But yeah, the current stuff happening right now is the Midnight Detective Agency, and Murderous Fairies will be out March 27th, and then Midnight Murders I'm working on. But I have 8,000 words. It's going good. I like it. Yeah, see, that's it. I know, okay, I don't do intros. Here's what I don't do. I don't do, like, my name is Nicole Pierman, also Nicole Brona. That's my pen name. I'm a reader, writer, chit-chatter, extraordinaire. Probably because I can't talk sometimes. And, but I know a lot of people do that, but I'm just like, what's up, Buttercup? That's it. And while I kind of go over briefly of what we're about to do here in the video, because yeah, in the beginning of my booktube career, I was introducing myself, and then people were like, why are we doing this? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. And then other, not even just booktubers, other YouTubers were dropping off doing that as well. So I went with the trend. Also, I just kind of, I was losing breath. I was losing the breath of like, here's everything about me. Can't do it anymore. So I just dropped it. But you know what? So many people, as a lot of people noticed, will call me Buttercup. So, because I call you all Buttercups. I love the Buttercups. Yes. So. When my second poetry collection was in my hands, I couldn't believe how horrible the editing was. Oh, did you self-publish? I can help. You want to republish? I can help with that. Check out NicolePeerBusiness@gmail.com. If you want to, I can help you along. I do all my I do everything, okay? But I also do the formatting. So everything you see in any ebook or print copy of mine, that's my formatting. Thank you. It's not horror, the urban fantasy, but it is mystery. So there's death involved. That might work for your show. I don't know. Yes. Wait. I'm going to go. Lightning bolts. Fire. Rock on. Love and support. Hi. And see, that's why I do it. What's Up, Buttercup makes people smile versus I go in for like 30 seconds to a minute talking about myself. I don't know. So whatever works for, me, you, the world. I just need to find other ways to remind people, or I guess remind people that I also have a bunch of books out. And please, check them out. Yes, hello everyone. What's up? Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you, Ben. Love ya. Bye-bye. I love when you have the I don't know what you would call that. the heart is not red, but it's black, and it looks simple. Is that a different emoji? I usually just do the red hearts, though. When it's Halloween, I will do the black heart. Yeah, see, everyone knows who I am. Oh my god, like, that's so annoying. I know. I can't, but bye, Ben. Thank you. Do you do YouTube now? I know you do live streams with people. I have been very busy. You missed my whole car tire debacle. Blech. I need a sip of water. Yeah, that was very stressful, RC. I have not been here. I have not been present for this week. And then also there's just some, me having 3 jobs. Hello. And then I had food poisoning for a good 4 days. It was really bad. I ate bad guacamole on the 22nd of December. And then, yes, I have not had the best of luck. So I have not kept up with most people. I am thankful that I sent out Christmas cards the first week of December because no one heard from me for quite some time. And I felt bad, but also like, I couldn't help the food poisoning. That guacamole was before the expiration date. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Thank you, the good mojo. Thank you. Oh my. Now, I know that I have one more book haul for Christmas, and I hope that all of those books come in on time because then January is my birthday month. And then that means I'm going to get more gift cards. I'm obviously going to spend it on more books. So then it's going to be my birthday book haul video. I think, let me just check. I'm good with all of my extreme horror novels. I think what's left, oh no, well, we have the Chandler book coming out May 14th. That's a pre-order though. Why am I talking about that? Oh my gosh. Are all of my books back? Oh, Dial A for Aunties is coming Monday. A Dowry of Blood is Monday. Daughter of Molokai is Monday. Okay, everything's coming Monday. Is that it? Yes. Okay, I only have 3 books left. Hey! Yeah, I need to not do that anymore. Happy birthday, Mom! Yay! Okay, I need to stop shaking the desk. I sit very weirdly. I have my, what's it called? My legs under me basically all times. Yes, it's not good for me. I do mitigate that with lots of workouts. But that means I also like bump the desk and make me shake. I am not going through a, what's that called? Earthquake. Thank you. Oh, and Earth Day, in April. Is it April Fool's Day? That would be funny. When is the leap year? The leap year is this year, but what does is that in March? April. Oh, the 4th. I can't joke that you were a fool's joke. I'm so sorry. Never too early to talk about Chandler. Oh, and I have some other pre-orders coming in January. It is I'm going to check that again. So y'all, you're getting like a first come, first serve information on what's happening. One of them I already mentioned, Chandler Morrison. The Angel of Indian Lake by Stephen Graham Jones. Hello! That's in March. The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, April 9th. But please, ma'am, can we finish the Alex Galaxy trilogy? And then, my favorite, Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. That's, oh my gosh, that is in 10 days. Oh, yes. Okay, and then another one. House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. I'm wondering if she's going to keep that a trilogy or she's extending that. It's the Crescent City adult epic romantasy series, whatever. It's a chunky book. Let me see. 848 pages. Ma'am. Oh my god. Why am I? That's fun. What I am reading for February is now, thanks to that, that's great info. The Messed Up Book Club. I have to look this up on is it Black Leopard Red Wolf? I don't know why I continually mess up this title, but the Messed Up Book Club, we are reading Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James, and well, it is epic fantasy, but supposedly it's worse than Game of Thrones. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. And they say worse as in it's even more violent. Yeah, I read extreme horror, so we'll see. And then that would also mean that I'm reading House of Flame and Shadow. So, lots of stuff going on. The sun decided to shine right in my window. Okay. I am illuminated by light and love and laughter. Okay. I don't really want to get up, but I might have to if it doesn't. I don't know. Can you see me? I'm a halo. Could not get through it. I've seen some people say that. It's chunky. Oh, I could do a 2 for 1, and I can get. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's on the very bottom shelf. It's actually, when I'm looking at it from here, there, up, right there. It is not that chunky, as I mean like Blackwater, but that's like a lot of stuff going on there. I was gonna say 2 for 1, close the blinds, and then go get Black Leopard, Red Wolf, but unnecessary. Yes, it's more violent than Game of Thrones, and y'all, the Messed Up Book Club was like, what? He went, what? And we went, okay, yes, thank you. We're gonna give it a try. That is a thick book, and so is House of, what was it? Shadow and Flame. These titles, I don't even know. I can't remember them if they're like 3 or more words longer. So like 4 or longer titles. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we hear mixed things. But me, Patrick, and Brian are doing the Messed Up Book Club. On occasion, we also get Nathan. Hello, Nathan. I don't think he's watching because he's at work, but I'm just shouting you out. Because I shout out Patrick and Brian all the time, and then I'm like, oh, Nathan, he joins on occasion. But it's mainly just the 3 of us. Oh my god, it's Patrick! Yes, this is the guy with his cute little kitty cat that I talk about all the time because he's in the Messed Up Book Club. I don't know. I think Brian is out as we speak. It's totally fine. I forgot to tell people until like the last 30 minutes. No. Yes. So I did things last minute. I said some things and I announced things very last minute. So I don't think as many people realize that was my bad. But also it's a Saturday at 2 p.m. The next one for next Saturday, I put it for 11 Pacific time. I think that might be better. But also it's a Saturday. But with the full-time job, I could try and do like a 5:05 stream, like when I'm done for work. We'll check it out. We'll just figure it out. It's fine. Yeah, my to be read shelf, ginormous. It's it might be a little embarrassing. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I in my goal video, I did say I don't do 3-star reviews anymore, and I never did 1 or 2-star reviews on my channel. But yeah, GOODREADS. I do commentary there. And also, for the wrap-up monthly videos, I do say a sentence, maybe 2, of why a book was rated 1 or 2 stars or 3, or if I DNF'd, why. But unless I get past 50% of a book and then I DNF it, I don't usually rate them. And if I do get, let's say like 70% and I just can't do it anymore, even though I'm so close, I'll give it 2 stars. 2 stars means that there was some great concepts in here, but it was not met. 1 is that it just is bad. 3 is average. Average is good, okay? And 4 is I loved it. And 5 is utter perfection. Yeah, so that's where we're at there. Bye. Oh, thank you. My face has been present most of the time, though. I think I'm just very bright right now. My screen is a little weird, though. It's a little used. It might not be a problem at all, and people are like, what are you talking about? But on my view, my face is like barely there at this point because of the sun. But thank you so much. I am hoping to get Black Leopard, Red Wolf, Red. I don't know. It's in February. So, but it's that one and then the Sarah J. Maas book, and those are chunky. What did I say for the Shadow Flame, whatever. That title. It's gonna get me. I think it was like 848 pages. Oh, okay. Interesting. I have lately been at 3 years. Let's just go with 3 years. Maybe it's a pandemic problem that has been continual. But I just prefer books under 350 pages now. That's where I'm at. I can read longer books, but then I'm just like, okay, so read a 848 page book, 1 book, or read 3 books in the same amount of time. That might be, however, a perfectionism, maybe a little OCD issue I'm possibly catching, because I'm wanting to finish all of the smaller books first now. And then I'm like, wait, why? I have no pressure to do any of that. Like, it doesn't make sense. I think it's a numbers OCD. I have numbers OCD. So I can get through 10 thinner books versus, let's say, 3 chunky books, and that looks good to my silly little brain. So I am going with the whole minimum Sarah J. Maas and what was the other one? And Marlon James. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Those 2 books, chunky, thick. Yeah. For February. And then anything added to it, fantastic, right? The Emily Wilde book, I will drop everything to read her 2nd book. That's coming on the 16th. Yeah. Anything that I'm reading, it's on pause. It is not needed. What's needed in my life is Emily Wilde's, what was it? Otherworldly Map. It's fine. I don't even care. I'm excited for that one. Currently, I am reading a young adult epic fantasy from my friend Stephen I always get his last name wrong. Kloppenstein. Sorry. I mentioned that in my January TBR. Self-published, 4 books. It's The Well of Shadows. I'm like on page 115 out of 450. That's not bad at all. But also that book is 6 by 9, so it's kind of slightly a little hard to hold up when I'm in bed when I'm reading. But that's my current thing. I'm pretty sure I will be will be able to get that done before the 16th. And then I was talking to Patrick and our little book club. I'm like, I don't know. I am struggling with the Return of the King. I think it's because in my edition, it was like 45 or something pages of just Pippin going around Gondor and drinking in a pub. I'm sorry, there's a lot of things going on. I don't know. I kind of I lost it a little bit. I'm like, are you serious? Other things going on. Okay, just take a breath. Take a breath. I think the last time I read, it was like, 10 pages, and maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I have moved The Return of the King up to my office because I was not choosing to read it in bed before bed. I read to decompress. The Return of the King is a scholarly read at this point, so therefore office. Maybe a bathroom book. That's nasty, but also not. I will Lysol spray it. It's okay. Now, Patrick said, based on the feedback from Black Leopard, Red Wolf, the amount of Dina it gets due to the weird writing style and MC content, it's going to be an interesting read, most likely a fun one too. Yes, because we are messed up, it might be. Though if it's the weird writing style, that might get me over the content, which is usually how that works. And yes, chunky fantasies and classics. Girl, I can't do classics. I can't. I need thin. That's what I need when we're talking about classics. Like, Patrick bought me, wait, where did I put that? Oh, you can't see. Oh, no, it's like that thing right there. And that is a huge title. What is it? We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I had to read that. I'm about to do a book review on that. For Shirley Jackson, that's 147 pages. The writing style is like what you would say classics, written in like the 50s or 60s. Yeah, I would not have been able to get through it if it was thicker. Yeah, because the writing style, okay, blocks of text, and where's the damn period? I would love to see her. Period? Do you know what that means? I don't need commas. I don't need semicolons. I need a period. I know that there is a trick to writing someone batshit crazy, where it's just like a lot of commas and there's no period for a breath. And okay, I get it. Because what am I doing right now? I'm slightly a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm not as much as anymore as when I was a kid. So, so I get the writer concept of not putting periods in for a known character that is unreliable and is cuckoo for cuckoo, Cocoa Puffs. Or typos that aren't actually typos because someone's not be able to speak as fast as the brain is going. That was my whole life, and will continue to do so. But as a reader, reading in my head, and especially out loud, I don't do out loud, but when I was reading Shirley Jackson, I was like, where's that period? And why? Why is this block of text basically the whole page? I need a paragraph indent. babe. I do. Yeah. No, I can't do classics. Shout out to everyone that does classics, and they're like, I'm totally good with this. But I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The ending was like, oh my god, they need to be institutionalized. But that's not the point. That's not the point of the book. They're supposed to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs living by themselves. I would adopt their cat. I don't think that they deserve the perfection of the kitty cat. That's also just me. Yes, number OCD. Look, OCD fam. Okay, so this lots of scene setting in the early goings of Return of the King, and once it gets going to the Siege of Gondor, things pick up. I would hope so. Now, oh yeah, Vladimir says the 2 Towers successfully put me into a months-long reading slump. Yes. I don't know what's up with the Return of the King, but it's not happening. It might be one of those books where it takes me like over a year to read. I don't even know. Where is that copy? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, it's a pocket-sized one. You know. I think you mentioned that. Where else did you mention that? I don't remember. Oh, maybe it was my TBR. Probably. Yes, I'm not going to read that. There are some other ones, like, what was that? Jane Eyre and Pride and Prejudice. Those are both 3-star reads. Okay, average. My god. The block of freaking text, and where is the period? I don't know. I don't even know. It's Coco for Cuckoo Pop, whatever puffs. That's how I'm saying it at this point. It's something. I like to say what's that? I like to say Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because then people remember the commercial with the cereal, and then also people aren't as upset instead of me saying batshit crazy or something like that. But however, there was one time where someone says you shouldn't say crazy, and I'm like, sweetie, I have 6 mental illnesses. I've been in therapy since I was 4 years old, and it took many years of intense therapy to become subclinical. And I've only been like subclinical / recovered from my mental illnesses, all of them, for about 4 years now, going on 5. I get to use the word, okay? I will use that word. Thank you very much. Have a great day. So I don't go around saying you can't use crazy or anything like that, but I just don't. I try not to because I don't want to get into a fight, because that was a fight, and that was a few years ago though. And then ultimately she said, "Oh, yeah, I apologize. I was ableist," and I'm like, I accept your apology. This is a very awkward conversation. Just don't assume next time. I don't know. Just because someone has it together or they're presenting that they have it together does not mean that they have it together, or in the past they did not have it together, right? That was a Twitter moment. So I go with Cuckoo for Cocoa. I haven't had that cereal for a very long time. I kind of want some now, but I can't have milk. So I actually don't do much cereal. Also, lots of sugar. Lots of sugar. I try not to do so much sugar because it makes my body ache. And I also can't have milk, dairy, or wheat. Sorry, what did I say? I can't have eggs, dairy, or wheat. So, please. Nim, yeah, sometimes I forget how many mental illnesses I have. I have 6, and then I have like multiple speech impediments, as you can clearly see. And that's why I have a lot of cuts, or maybe I don't have a lot of cuts compared to other YouTubers, whatever, for my videos. And then the math dyslexia girl. Ooh. It's a party. It's a party in my head, and I'm not the one throwing it. However, mindfulness has helped me greatly, and of course, finding the right therapist. He does all the things. Usually you don't find therapists that do all the things, but he's been a therapist for about 30 years, so yeah, he's gotten a lot of certificates in doing specific stuff. So I don't have to go to 2 or 3 different therapists. I just go to him. So it's really helpful. And getting on a daily and nightly schedule, I push back so much on that, and that just means getting up at a certain time and going to bed at a certain time. Yeah, and my therapist, bless him, and not in a mean way, bless him, he said, you should get on a daily and nightly schedule, Nicole. And I don't know, a good 2 years. I was like, no, it's fine. So I go to bed at 1 a.m. and then I wake up at 3 p.m. Like, what's going on here? Yeah, that did not work. And then I was moving the needle a little bit, but not enough where I was happy about it. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do everything that he said. Yeah, it worked. And now it's a little different if you have like different shifts, work shifts. But, I wake up at 7 a.m. and I go to bed around, 10 p.m. So I'm getting enough sleep. The minimum, FY, is 7 hours and 13 minutes. Very specific. But 7 hours and 13 minutes for minimum requirement of sleep. And usually it's just, you can go to 8, but 8.5, okay. But if you go 9 or more, it's actually detrimental. I learned this on the book, Why We Sleep. Why We Sleep, very important. Great book, nonfiction, by a sleep scientist, and I think he's a biologist. He's a few things, Matt Walker. And so sleep is very important. And also cutting out sugar and a lot of carbs, refined foods, basically. And then cardio, at least 30 minutes a day, and that includes walking. And I think also limiting screen time and going outside to touch some grass. I'm saying this from experience, not to throw shade, but kind of. I was on my computer for like 10 hours to 15 hours a day, and I was going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Now, when I went outside, what a beautiful time. Reality hit me in the face, and Mother Nature was like, are you okay? Because you don't look okay. You need a little bit of a tan. Look at my beautiful sun. You need some vitamin D. That's why you can barely move, because you've been inside for 3 days straight. Okay? So going outside, you don't need a tan, but at least 20 minutes of direct sunlight to get vitamin D. If you can't do that, which I can't do that because I live in a place where the sun does not shine for most of the year, vitamin D. I do the droplets. I can't do pills. It makes me sick. And then also hobbies. Going out and spending time with loved ones. That doesn't mean blood related. That means friends. Even just one friend going out and doing something. Or maybe they come over because you're on a budget. You can't go out. They come over and they watch a movie with you and you just have a good time. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can be done to help mentally, emotionally, and therefore physically. I'm doing them all. And it's many, many things. However, I love that I'm subclinical. I don't have issues really. And if I do, I have the coping mechanisms to overcome any stressors. And please look into resources. If you don't have resources, you can send me an email or anything like that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's basically just email, maybe Facebook message. Those a little sketchy though. So, but yeah, email NicolePureBusiness@gmail.com if you need mental health resources. I do advocacy work, so I have all the things. I really do. Volunteer advocacy work. I don't get paid for it. Bye, Patrick. Thank you very much. You know, I've never gotten along with a psychiatrist, and I have seen many. I have seen so many. I always butt heads with them. I don't know why. I get along with my therapist now. I've been seeing him for almost 13 years. Damn. I feel old. No, it's not old. 13 years with him specifically. And that's how I'm able to do the driving exposure therapy on my own. However, I have to do it slower because he's not around. So I'm slow going with that one. But the psychiatrist. Another thing of that with me, I did it all without medication. If I can do it, so can you. I have probably been on about 15 medications, maybe even 20. I lost count. And they either don't work at all. They start out a little bit and then they just completely drop and there's no help. Or, like 2 of them, the side effects were so horrible. Even if they were going to work, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So those were the only 2. I don't know. The Celexa. Okay, that one. I got it. And was it like 2012? And this was before like the intense therapy. And before, was it 2012? I'm gonna say 2012. Oh, yeah, this is right before current therapist. And I got on it, and one of the side effects is pissing orange. And I bet Nim over here, she's probably laughing because you know what? These medications and these side effects. I take it like, I don't know, 1 or 2 days. I don't remember. But I go to the bathroom and orange. And so I call up my mom because she's a psychotherapist. I'm like, why the hell is my piss orange? What the fuck is happening, Mom? And she's like, you're on Celexa, right? Okay, so one of the side effects is orange pee for about like 3 to 5 days. But if it's after whatever day X, then definitely speak to your therapist about it. But that's the thing. I'm like, oh my God, it's so stupid. So why are we doing this today? Yeah, it eventually went away. But then, what, like 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, I gained like 20 pounds in a week. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm doing this all by myself. That was the last medication that I took in 2012. And then I switched therapists, and then, and goodbye, psychiatrist. And I was, for maybe like 2 or 3 years, I was pretty damn miserable. This was like the surviving but not thriving moment of my life. But it was worth it because he introduced me to mindfulness. And it takes a very long time for mindfulness practice to start seeing effects. And that's why a lot of people think that mindfulness doesn't work or it's not going to work for them specifically. Yada, yada. No, it takes a long time. You are rewiring your brain and undoing a lot of bad habits, or just habits that or just kind of not necessarily bad, but just there that aren't helpful. And then you are having to then continually do mindfulness practices for the rest of your life. I equate this to weight loss and then staying fit. A lot of people, including me, um, will work out and they're on month 2 and you're like, I see nothing happening. And then, it slips off. But especially with weight training, it takes a long time. I'm doing that. I actually did lose 10 pounds, which is amazing. But I'm also doing dieting as well because I gained too much weight, which you might say that you can't notice. But like when I can't fit into half of my clothes, there is some of this a little situation there. It was because I had a messed up back and sciatica, so I was not doing really anything. And so doing weight training, yeah, it takes a while to see results. And then you have to continue for the rest of your life. So, I mean, if you want to keep it up, I want to keep it up. But mindfulness, keep that up because, oh my gosh, I have it together. We have moments of not togetherness. However, that's when you bring in the mindfulness practice of non-judgment and compassion. Always have compassion for yourself. Yeah, no, some side effects, not gonna happen. I didn't get the really bad ones, but, well, no, there was one that was really bad, when I was a kid that it kept me asleep for 2 days in a row, and my mom couldn't wake me up. And then, this one psychiatrist, gave it to me again in 2012, and I'm like, "I'm not taking that shit." I have college. I cannot sleep for 2 straight days, like, and then I think he gave me Celexa, and that was it. Woo! We're done. But yeah, we were done today. And for the rest of the time, we know them all. We know them all, Nim. We're like sisters. Mental health sisters. I don't know. It's fun. Thank you. I think you're strong as well. Everyone watching and everyone possibly watching back, you are strong as well. A good it's good, but also it's actually very difficult. A good mantra? No. It's a trauma exercise. You go into your bathroom or wherever there's a big mirror and you say, I'm sorry. It's not your fault. You are safe and I love you 10 times and see how far you get. Sometimes you might get to like 2 and then you start crying. That was me. That was me in the beginning. I got to 2 and I was like, and I had a little panic attack. And so totally fine though. We need to let that out. But that's a really good saying, an exercise. It's just like the small things. The small things can really help. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but then, for me personally, as an atheist, one life to live. We do the best we can in this one life. So I work my booty off just with all the mental health stuff. So I just keep riding it out. I think I'm doing pretty good with the driving stuff, but yeah, I gotta give myself a break from that one because of the tire situation just popping while I was driving home from Target. And okay, give myself a few days off. Yeah, the mental illness bonding, that is a thing. I remember there was this one fellow student in college. She was in an what was it, like I don't remember. Inpatient, and I was in an inpatient thing way when I was like 9. Okay, it's not lately, but we were talking about stuff that was happening in the inpatient program that we were in the hallway, and she was also braiding my hair. It's totally normal. It was totally normal. And this is before like it was a short story writing course. I forget her name. She was very nice. But what I remember, like other people are talking about their stories, short stories that they're writing for the class, and we're talking about our personal story in inpatient. And then everyone at a certain point around us, they were like, "What is going on with you?" I'm like, where do you want me to start? Are you talking about her? Where do you want her to start? Hello. A lot of shit's going on right here, and we weren't even aware, or like didn't care about the other people around, because that's what it was. It's just the thing. It was a thing. I don't know if people thought I was off the charts at that point, but I got great feedback for the short story, so they at least weren't biased. um, Therapists do not do or they don't prescribe medication. It's a doctor that went into psychiatry. My therapist does not do medication as well, but he'll talk to, and just like my mom and a lot of psychotherapists, they're very specialized. They will talk to the psychiatrist and, recommend certain things. Whether the psychiatrist goes for it or not, that's on them though. But I didn't have to do it with my current therapist regarding him talking to a psychiatrist, because I dropped psychiatrist. I could not anymore. My mom is not a psychiatrist, not a doctor. She can't prescribe medication, and also she does not, and would never, and never has, treat family or friends. That's just like a doctor in a self-practice or an ER or whatever, even like a radiologist or anesthesiologist. Certain practices, no, certain careers, it's not good to treat family and friends because you love them and there's bias there. So, she recommended this therapist that I'm seeing because he's very well known for trauma therapy, for example, and that's what I needed. And but they're not friends, and like she never talked to him or anything like that because I was an adult. So I grew up with the psychology and not really psychiatry. I knew more about it than the average person because she would, read books on it and stuff. But also like therapy. I grew up reading the DSM-4. Okay. And my mom and I would talk about stuff, and we still do talk about stuff. And I would also read any papers that she had lying around. Yeah, so I know a bit more than a lot of people, and then yay, genetics, and yay, PTSD, that was added. And I just so happened to be able to already know some stuff, and that helped. But then you can only do so much by yourself. You need some other resources. Yeah, see, I don't know why. I don't know why psychiatrists don't do recommendations, or at least listen. See, and I know therapists do that all the time. The therapists are the ones that talk to you the most. So, yeah. So I see that it's still a thing lately. Thank you for sharing that, Nim. I've heard it in other spaces, but That was specifically for OCD because I do a lot of OCD work, and then I also do childhood trauma advocacy work. Those are very specific, but like that doesn't mean like everything falls into that as well. But yeah, you know, I was thinking of doing a a book recommendation video for mental illness nonfiction this year. I have to just go through all of these books, these lovely books, and find all the ones that helped. And I have some, no, I don't have the workbooks anymore because I worked them. The point. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going to do that finally. Yes, I need to just put that out there. I mean, it's very specific stuff. It's like generalized anxiety disorder, PTSD, and OCD, but I think that would be good. I could also include the workbooks. Like there's an anger workbook that I did for self-defense class a long time ago. That was actually pretty good. And then there was like a social anxiety workbook, and of course OCD workbook. I just have to scour and figure that out. I'll figure that out. It'll happen eventually. But I've been wanting to do it for a while, and then I was like, I don't know, the reception. But then I did the basic firearms information video for authors, and that was great. I had great feedback from that one. I thought I was going to get shit on, but no, but no, I was not. I got a lot of positive feedback. Actually, I don't even think I got any negative feedback on that one. So, I mean, then if that would be it. Then therefore, do the mental illness book recs. So that's where I'm at. You know, yes, laughter is the best medicine, and it is also really good at lowering anxiety, of course, and bringing up the dopamine. And it is showing your brain that basically stop taking everything so damn seriously. I do really recommend to everyone I talk to doing the advocacy work to laugh a little and make jokes, even if it's dark comedy or it's morbid. Yes, it's great. I laugh at my brain all the time because it's damn well ridiculous, and it's so ridiculous it's funny. You know I bet you've seen this, Nim, or you know anyone else who's watching the memes of thanks, it's my trauma. That's it. I'm like, oh my god, thanks, it's my trauma. I'm just here, you know. Those are great. And there are some OCD ones that are really funny too. Like the existential dread of just being alive, and that's the existential dread theme OCD, and you're just like screaming internally, and then you're like, girl, what are you doing? And you snap out of it, and you're like, okay, I'm going to have some coffee now. I don't know what you were doing there for a good 5 seconds. You were just having a hot mess in my brain. Thank you, goodbye. And when I say we, and I notice I say we a lot instead of I, especially when I'm talking about mental illnesses, because there is a good exercise, I'll go with that, where you see yourself and then you see abstract in a way the mental illnesses, and this is going off of you have mental illnesses, you're experiencing mental illnesses, but you're not the mental illnesses. Like you are experiencing a rainstorm, that you just, it was a sunny day outside and you went for a walk and okay, well now it's raining very heavily right now. I don't have an umbrella. You are experiencing the rain, but you're not the rain. I really love that analogy. I say it all the time. So that's another thing. You are not your mental illnesses. You have them and you're experiencing them. And sometimes it's worse on some days or some months, depending on, your triggers. And other times it's like, oh, what's happening? I don't even have any issue right now. But ride the wave of whatever it is, I like to say, ride the OCD wave, ride the wave of being triggered because you have a driving phobia. But don't avoid, don't resist, don't judge, just go forward. That's how you tell your brain that everything's okay. If you keep avoiding and you keep making a big deal out of something or an area or someone, then you're signaling to your brain that that is dangerous and it will continue to send out adrenaline hits. Oh my God, the adrenaline dumps, chef's kiss. Not really. I get them now only when I'm driving. No, I don't get them when I'm driving. I get them sometimes before I drive and after. So at least it's not happening during driving anymore. I will do this as soon as possible. The mental illness book, Rex. Yes. Oh my God, yes. That's me with my therapist as well. That was definitely me. When did I see him? I think it this week? Maybe next week or last week. Yeah, I was like, I'm having a problem, Tom. I need to chit chat with you way earlier. And so it was, it was the 3rd. My time problems. I have really bad time problems. I set it for the 3rd and I was like, let me tell you some things. Okay. Get ready. Here we go. And it was a good like 30 minutes until I stopped and he was like, I think you're handling it great though. Per usual. You're doing very well. I'm like, yes, I know. I'm just having a problem. But then I also, whenever I have problems, I then have, I'm proactive in fixing the problems where I've already fixed the problem. But I just have, at some points, I need him to tell me what to do. I'm pretty good overall. It's just, sometimes. For this one, and I'm saying this to be open, my marriage is not bad or anything. Just FYI, we have a great relationship, but we're both strong-headed, and I can be very sassy. But yeah, I was just talking about John Gottman, and I bought the 7 Principles of How to Make a Marriage Work by John Gottman. Love John Gottman. My therapist loved John Gottman. I sent my husband some talks with John Gottman, and then we're going to read the 7 Principles books together aloud after he comes back from his business trip, not too far from now. And yeah, I always want to improve. I especially need to improve on I statements and not just reading into things. That's a lot of people, though. I don't think I'm that very special. So that was a proactive thing that I was doing. I was like, I just looked into John Gottman, and I know that you like him, so we're going to do it. Surprise. Not really surprised. But I do recommend John Gottman if you are interested. He has a YouTube channel and then all of his books. But the most popular one is the 7 Principles of Making a Marriage Work. I think that's it. But yes, I'm excited for that one. I don't actually have that many nonfiction books this year, which is surprising. I usually do have at least 7 lying around. I don't think I have 7. I think maybe I have 5. 4? I got a lot of fiction from the Christmas cards, for sure. Well, I am going to wrap it up because the sun is setting here already at 3:45. Yes, yeah. And I don't want to get really dark because I don't think that's a vibe I'm going for. But thank you so much, everyone. Yes, sass is class. Hello. Yeah, I just need to work on it a little bit more. Try not to be sassy all the damn time. I think I do pretty well on online on my YouTube channel, and then let's say pretty good in person. Okay. We all have faults, people. We all have faults or farts. Okay. Obviously, I need to end because I'm saying farts instead of faults. It's the speech impediments coming out today. We have been going for an hour and 45 minutes, so I'm going to sign off. But thank you for joining me on my first ever live stream, and I'll see you next time for the live stream, and also just in general with my other books related content on my main channel. Thank you. And yes, I do read into everything as well. I'm working on that. Hello, mindfulness, continual practice. I just stay in the present, Nim. Join me in the present, and then also join me next time, maybe if you're around. Just saying, no pressure. But email me again, Nim, about the live stream about Chandler Morrison. Thank you again. I'm going to stop now. I'm so sorry. It's the ADD. It's the excitement. It's just whatever. It's many things. I hope you all have a great day and the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.